Hi, second graders. We are going to be reviewing comparing two-digit numbers today. And the reason why we're going to be doing this is because when you get back to school after Christmas break, we're going to be comparing three-digit numbers. So I thought it would be a really good idea for us to kind of review and practice comparing two-digit numbers before we go on to three-digit numbers. So before we get started on our activity for today, I want to just kind of give you a little tip on one way that you could go about doing your comparisons, okay? So I just need to get a sheet of paper, so I'm going to grab just a sheet of paper and I'm just using the back side. If you have scrap paper, this will work. If you have a whiteboard to work on, you can use that. But I'm just going to take a sheet of paper and I'm going to make a place value chart. So let's just kind of do our place value chart. You know, I taught you how to do, like if you're going to draw a capital H and then put your crossbar towards the top. So this would be our hundreds place, there's our tens, and there's our ones place. Well, for today's activity, we're only going to be putting numbers in the tens and the ones places, okay? So let's take a look at a two-digit number. Let's take a look at the number 27. And then another number we're going to look at, and I'm just going to put a little wavy line to just show you the difference between the two numbers. The next number that we'll compare will be, how about 42? Okay, so when we're looking at both our numbers, let's take a look first at the 27. 27, I see I've got two tens and seven ones, okay? In 42, I have four tens and two ones. So when you're comparing numbers, you always start at the left side of the number first and work your way over as if you were reading. So we're only doing two-digit numbers today, so we're going to be looking at the tens place first, and then if we need to, we'll go on over to the ones place. In this case, we only have to look at the tens place. I can look to see that this is two tens, and if I compare it to four tens, I know that two tens is a lesser number or a smaller number than four tens. Two tens is the same as 20, and four tens is the same as 40. So I know that 20 is a smaller number than 40. So with these two numbers, 27 would be less than 42. All right, let's do another one. And I'm going to make another chart. All right, just make the capital H and put your crossbar at the top, hundreds, tens, and ones. And let's do 38, and I'm going to compare that number to 26. Okay, so now again, we're only doing tens and ones, so we are going to start at the tens place, and we're going to look at just the tens place for now and see if they're the same or if they're different. And I can see they're different. This one is three tens, this one is two tens. Three tens is the same as 30, and two tens is the same as 20. So in this case, I can easily tell that this number, 38, is a larger or greater number than 26. Okay, and let me do one more. This time, here we go, hundreds, tens, and ones. This time let's do 54, and we're going to compare it to 53. And you probably already know the answer to this one, but let's go ahead and look at it. In this case, when I'm looking at my first number in both numbers, I see that I have the same exact number, okay? So 5 is the same as 5. 5 tens is 50. I'm comparing 50 in the tens here and 50 in the tens here. So these are the same in the tens place. This is when I have to move over into the ones place to do my comparison, because right now they're equal until I look at what's in the ones place. Now I can look in the ones place and I see I've got 4 ones compared to 3 ones. So in this case, since 4 is greater than 3, I know that the number 54 is greater than the number 53. So that's how you do your comparing of your numbers, okay? So now let's go ahead and we're going to work on our lesson for today. And this is really just a fun activity, something for us to do to practice comparing 2-digit numbers. This page says that we're going to roll 2 dice. I only have 1 and that will work. We're going to roll 2 dice to make a number. Write the number in a gift box. Color the gift box red if the amount is greater than 35, and so I've circled the red in red. And if our number that we roll is greater than 35, we would color the box red. We'll color it green if that number is less than 35, so I did green here. And if our number we roll is less than 35, we'll color it green. And we'll color it yellow if our number is equal to 35, or the exact same number. So to color something yellow, the number has to be 35, because that's what would be equal. Okay, so let's do the first one, okay? We're going to roll the dice to make our first number. So we got a 3, and we're going to put that in the tens place in our gift box. And we got a 1. And we'll put that in our ones place, okay? Let's go ahead and we're going to fill in all the numbers in the box first. So my next one's going to be a 5 in the tens and a 3 in the ones. I'm going to roll again and I get a 6 for the tens, a 3 in the ones, a 6 in the tens, and a 5 in the ones. Oh my goodness. Let's do a better job. A 2 in the tens, and a 2 in the ones, and a 4 in the tens, and a 2 in the ones. Okay, so we've got our first row of numbers ready, and now we can think about our coloring, okay? So this first one, 31, we're comparing, first of all, we're comparing each number to the number 35, okay? So we're going to look and see, is 31 greater than 35? Is 31 less than 35? Or is 31 equal to 35? Well, I know it's not equal because 31 is not the same exact number as 35. So 31, well, our 3's are the same. We need to move over into the ones place. So I have a 5 here and a 1 here. So 5 is greater than 1, right? So 31, this 31 is less than the number 35. So if it's less than, it fits in this category. 31 is less than 35. And so I'm going to color this box green. So you're going to need your crayons. You'll need a green and a yellow and a red. So I'm just going to color that green real quick. Maybe later I'll go in and color the bows and things like that. Okay, so I got that one. Let's do 53. Okay, so when we're comparing, we're comparing to the number 35. So if we look at the very first digit, we have a 5 here, and in 35, our first digit in the tens place is a 3. So 5 is greater than 3, right? So that means 53 is greater than 35. That means it would fit in this category. 53 is greater than 35. So I'm going to color this box red. All right. Okay. All right, so now what I'd like for you to do is I would like for you to pause the video, and I want you to go ahead and color the rest of the boxes. Think about, is the number greater than 35? Is it less than 35? or is it equal to 35? And if you forgot about what the symbols mean, the greater than symbol, okay, means, and you can look at it as if it's alligator teeth, okay? The alligator wants to eat the bigger number. So you would have the bigger number here and the smaller number here, okay? So think about the alligator wants to eat the bigger number. So in this case, the bigger number's on this side, which means the smaller number. Our number would be smaller than 35 in this case, okay? Because the alligator always wants to eat the larger number, and there's his teeth. So the bigger number would be here, and the smaller number here. And so you would say 31 is less than or smaller than 35, which would be the bigger number. Okay? So go ahead, you're going to pause the video and you're going to figure out how are you going to fill in and color the rest of those boxes. So pause now. Okay. So I hope that you got yours filled in this way. So starting at the top, at the first one, this one's green, red, 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 green, and red. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you the rest of the numbers, and then you can go ahead and color in the rest of the boxes on your own. And when you're done, just come back and you can check your work and see if you got it correct, okay? So I'm going to go ahead quickly and fill those in, and then we'll pause the video. All right, I have the numbers all filled in. Why don't you pause the video and go ahead and write in all these numbers. Then, after you get them written in, I want you to go ahead and color in the boxes according to if they are a smaller number, or a larger number, or an equal number to 35. So go ahead and get to work, and then when you come back, you can check and see if you have your colors correct. Okay, I hope you got all these correct. I'm going to start with the middle line. Should be green, 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 yellow, green, red. And then the bottom line should be red, green, red, green, green, green. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. That was kind of fun. All right, let's go on to our next page. Now, this page is just like the other page. The only difference is that they've already given us numbers in our boxes. So they've given us the numbers, and then we have a new number to compare them with. This time, we're comparing all these numbers to the number 50. So if the number is greater than 50, you would color it in red. If the number is less than 50, you would color it in green. And if our number is equal to 50, you would color that in yellow. Okay, let's do the first one together. So we're going to look at 25, and I'm always going to start in the tens place. So I have 2 tens, and I'm comparing it to the number 50, okay? And the number 50 has 5 tens. So 2 tens is less than 5 tens. I know then that 25 is less than 50. So that means the alligator would want to eat the 50, right? So that's this one. The alligator wants to eat the 50 because 50 is bigger than 25. So I'm going to color this one in green. All right. So now this time when you pause the video, you're going to be filling in all of the numbers, okay? You're going to figure out if it's greater than, less than, or equal to And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around, since I'm holding my green, I'm just going to go around and find all the ones that are less than 50. I'm going to color those in first. Then I'll grab my red and do all the ones that are greater than 50 in red. And then I'll look and see if we have any that are actually 50 compared to 50, and that's the same. So that would be yellow. But I'm going to start with my green. You can do it any way you want. That's just the way I'm going to do it. So pause the video, and when you come back, we'll just check them and see how we did. All right, pause the video. Okay, here we are. And now let's check your work and see how well you did. So we'll do the first row. The first one is green, then red, green, red, red, red. Okay, second row, red, green, yellow, red, green, green. And then the last row is going to be green, green, red, red, green, red. And I hope that you got all of these correct today. And if you did, that means you are well ready to learn how to compare 3-digit numbers and 4-digit numbers. You just are ready to compare any number at all if you got these all correct. And even if you made 1 or 2 mistakes, you still have a really, really good handle on comparing numbers. So until the next time, have a wonderful day. Bye.